misty rain falling. It knocks the sweep outside. Adams going to chase him, can't catch him. Yes, he does. Caught him, but he got a lot of yardage. He crossed the 35 and got to our 30, I think, 2. They just run a toss sweep on us. Our defensive end, Adams, chased him down and knocked him down on the 32. And now Farragut's sitting there with 3rd down and looks like about 2.
They like that quick pitch. They don't have what you would call a true power sweep. They like to get the ball to Eskridge, Fontenot, or Douay on the quick pitch or the option.
2 wideouts to the right. 3rd and 1.5. Ball sets on the 32. They got to go to the 31, I think. Avens, a quarterback, takes it, runs that dive. No, he kept it himself. Got a first down, 25, 24-yard line, first down. Marscadelli knocked him down finally. He went just keeping the football on the option, and he kept it, and he followed his running back and got to the 24, and he barely got inside of that. First down, Farragut.
Avens is a guy who has carried the football quite a bit for a quarterback. 92 carries on the year, 361 yards, 3.9 yards per carry. He scored 9 touchdowns. He's thrown for 18.
They're headed into a little, like we said, misty rain. Split backs, 2 wideouts, right, 1 to the left. Take it, dive option, pitch. They got outside here. Here comes Rose. Rose will come up, and C will hit him and knock him down. Rose and C were over there. I think Ron C got a piece of him. Not a whole lot of yardage. He'll spot it on the 20. Well, they put it down on the 23, and they got about 2.5.
Bruce, it looked like Adams was wanting to make the quarterback pitch and then turn and play chase. C and Rose did a good job coming up. He did a lot of running east and west, but didn't get very much north and south yardage.
Farragut driving on the opening drive. They started this one on the 29. They're down on our 23 at the moment. 2nd down and 8, maybe 8.5 or 9. Take it, drop back to pass. Avens looks, long, intercepted in the end zone. That would be Mo Thompson. He's got number 9, I think, this year. We've intercepted in the end zone and stopped Farragut's drive. Lebanon's Mo Thompson. Terry, what do you got? 9 of them?
Bruce, that was number 9 on the season, number 19 for Lebanon as a team.
And Farragut's thrown a lot too, Tommy, that quarterback. What we have him, 12?
We had him for 12 interceptions, Bruce. Now that's his 13th on the season. And official timeout apparently on the field. And it looks like they're moving that Lebanon coaching staff and players back off the field just a little bit. The officials wanting to make sure there's plenty of room to operate. Here's that Lebanon offensive front. Bob Belcher at left tackle, Shane Thorne at left guard, Scott Wortman the center, Bubba Jennings at right guard, Scott Kaiser at right tackle, Triplett, Rose, and Sellers in the backfield.
3 wideouts to the left, 1 setback is Rose. Triplett calls, signals on the 20, gives it to Rose, and he got a yard, and he got hit hard on the 21. Steve Rose, we had 3 wideouts and only 1 setback, and we run a dive, and we got a yard, and we're 2nd and 9. The clock runs in the first quarter, 8 minutes.
Bruce, Farragut likes to operate out of a 4-3 defensive look. They've played some 4-4. Bottom line, they've got 4 guys along that defensive front who pretty much they give the responsibility to control that line of scrimmage.
Reeder comes out wide over towards us to the left. Mo goes to the right. High set, Triplett drops back, runs a draw, fakes it, long pass. Oh, Thompson way down the field. Batted down on the 35. Triplett was trying to hit Thompson on a post, and that defensive secondary man got his hand barely in front of him. Thompson was looking at 6.
That was Woods on the coverage back there, Bruce, and we had Mo on the fake draw. We run the draw fake and run Mo on the quick post. A little bit different from the play we ran last week on the second play from scrimmage against Red Bank, where we just dropped back and hit Mo deep. Lebanon now looking at a 3rd down and long.
3rd down and 9. We're on the 21. We've just intercepted a pass. We're on the 21. Triplett quarterback takes the ball, drops back, looks, little screen out here to Sellers, couldn't catch it. Incomplete, trying to hit Sellers on a screen out in the flat, but Farragut was going to cover that very well anyway. He dropped it just the same. The clock stops with 7:29, and we've got to punt. We got the wind behind us, though.
Bo Grissom will be in to kick. Bo last week had his longest punt of the season, 61 yards. He averages 34.5 yards per return. Deep to return for the Admirals will be Geen. He's the guy they want to handle the football.
Bo stands on about the 8. Send a couple of men back to the 40. Snaps a good one. The punt's low off the side of the foot. It will actually not roll that well. It'll roll to the 41. Farragut's got pretty good field position, and Terry Bo got it off the side of his foot, didn't he?
You're right, Bruce. Off the side of the foot from the Lebanon 21. It rolls dead at Lebanon's 41. That's where Knoxville Farragut's going to take over first down in good field position.
So they'll take over for the second time. They had drove it down to our 22, and we intercepted a pass from Avens. Now they're in excellent field position on the 41. Lebanon and Farragut, the winner to meet the winner of Riverdale and Keensport. 2 wide outs to the right and 1 to the left in the split backs. Avens might be checking off. Lebanon's in a 50, takes, runs a dive up the middle, and we knock him down on the 39, and he got 2. They've hit that little dive play a couple of times, and then they'll come back and run an option on you. They got 2 to the 39, and they're 2nd and 8.
John, that Lebanon crowd has been active so far this game.
You're right, you are, Tommy. They are armed with their shakers, their jugs full of pennies and rocks. It is good and loud down here on the Lebanon sideline.
A few umbrellas are up, I see down there. The rain barely misting and falling here in Knoxville. And Avens takes it and bootlegs out here to the right, and he looks and he looks, and he's got a man coming across, and we're going to intercept it. Picked off on the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's up to the 40, across the 40 to the 45. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the sophomore Ron C.
Great run back by C, Terry, as Ron picks up his 4th interception of the season.
Ron picked it off at the 16, ran it all the way back to Lebanon's 45. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 44. That'll be 28 yards on the return. Lebanon first down on their 44.
So we picked off the quarterback twice already. Farragut had great field position, and they threw a pass, and we were sitting back waiting on it. Job is flexed to the left. Mo split to the right. Here comes Reeder in motion towards us. We run a dive up the middle, and we got a yard across the 45 to the 46. We might have got 2. Rose, I think, was Kearney. Cantrell has not been. Yes, that was Cantrell Kearney. Tony Cantrell got 2. He crossed the 45, and we put it on the 46, and it's 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8, and Lebanon's crowd already seen us intercept 2 passes. Lebanon looks at Farragut's defense, and it looks like a 4-man front. No, it's a 5. Man in motion coming towards us is Reeder back to pass. Triplet looks out here to Reeder wide open, and he overshot him on a 49. He had Reeder open. Pass was a little high, incomplete on the 49. Tommy, you might ask John if it's raining out there. I can barely see a little mist, and I know it's a little wet.
John, what's the precipitation situation down there on the field?
Tom, have you ever heard the term spit and rain? That's about what it's doing. They got a little slight wind blowing left or right here, and making it a little difficult, I guess, for Greg to get a good grip on the ball.
So it's on the 46, and we're 3rd down and 8 in that rain. You can see it now. Back to pass out here, wide open. Reeder again. Caught it 50. He pushed it 45, 40, all the way to the 37. Jason Reeder. He got away from a man and got the first down. He caught the ball in about the 46. He cut back inside, got 10 more yards all the way to Farragut's 37 and a half.
Terry, what about the pitch and catch from Triplet to Reeder?
Tommy, 16 yards on the pitch and catch. He's run out of bounds. It looks like on the 37 and a half. That's going to be a first down for Lebanon, their first of the game.
All on the 37 and a half. Lebanon driving with the rain blowing behind them. You can see it pretty good now. Sweep Sellers. Sellers cuts it in. Back out. Sellers has got 5 yards. He might have got 6. Jay Sellers crossed the 35 and went to the 31. They spotted on the 32, and he got about 5.5. Jay Sellers, that tall sweep. Moss is out. We got a couple other people still crippled.
Sellers, 596 yards coming into this game. He goes over 600 on the season. Jade averaging 7.2 per carry. He's got 6 touchdowns.
I think he got about 7 on that toss. They're going to put the ball, I think, around the 31-yard line. Mo comes out here wide to the left. I set. Motion man goes back towards the tight end. Take it, run it up the middle. Big hole. Cantrell, 5, 10, all the way to the 20 and got knocked down. Big Tony Cantrell just had a big gaping hole open for him by our left guard and our left tackle. He took advantage of it and carried it to the 19-yard line.
Nice blocking at the point of attack. Wortman, Shane Thorne, Bob Belcher blowing that big hole for Tony Cantrell. Terry, it was wide open for good yardage.
Wide open from the 31 down to the 19. Another first down for Lebanon.
Lebanon driving on Farragut. We're somewhere in the first quarter. 4:17. We have to look way to the right to the scoreboard. Man in motion is Reader. Triplett takes it, drops back to pass. Bootlegs wide open. Caught in the flat. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. Rose is at the 5. Rose is at the 4. Rose just scored. Give him 6. What a great effort by Steve Rose. Rose just simply would not be denied from the goal line. And he fought his way in there, and Tommy, what a run.
Great effort by Rose. As the first man couldn't get him down, he broke a tackle, ran over a man at about the 2. You got to say something about the good block by Mo Thompson. The stalk block kept his man involved, gave Steve the opportunity. Atwood will snap it to Reader as Triplett attempts.
PAT. Snap down placement. Kicks is high and long, and there's a flag. Somebody had too many men on the field, I think. The kick was good. Check the flag. We'll have to keep it here a minute. I think Farragut might have had 12 men. This could go on the kickoff. Let's check the penalty. The kick was good, wasn't it, Terry?
It was good, and I count 12 men on the field. They're going to get Knoxville Farragut for 12 men.
We'll see who the guilty party is when he comes off the field right here.
I think that will be on the kickoff of 15 yards, and that would really put us up on about the
illegal participation
45.
Is the call. Chavez Job came back out. It is declined, so the point stands. Lebanon leads 7-0.
Lebanon takes advantage of the interception, goes 56 yards at 6 plays. Steve Rose from Greg Triplett, a 19-yard touchdown pass. The extra point by Triplett is good. 3:59 left in the first quarter. Lebanon leads 7-0.
A kickoff is straight up in the air, and they caught it on the 40. Man, did we kick it straight up in the air, and we only kicked it 20 yards. Well, not a very long punt. It was straight up in the air. It's a good thing the Farragut men caught it. We could have got the football. And now you can really see that misty rain coming in. It is blowing out of the north, I assume, and it's chilling a few people off, I assume, too.
Bruce, the defense has already set the tone tonight. 2 interceptions of Avon's passes. We've put our offense in good position to score. Lebanon with the lead, 3:48 to go.
We're in a 50. We've dropped them linebackers 5 yards off the ball, and they fake it, and they got on a dive, and he got about 3 out of it, and he barely got that. We hit him at about the 41, and they had a man down, and he jumps up quickly and got 3 to the 43, and it's 2nd down and 7. Tommy, we look out here, it's almost a foggy, misty rain, isn't it?
It's blowing almost kind of a London fog, but it's an awfully cold rain. It doesn't seem to have quieted down. That Lebanon cheering section armed with those milk jugs.
Lebanon will have to go with their secondary going wide out there to the right. They got 2 split ends out there. Back to pass, run a draw, and he gets outside. He got yardage. 45-50, got outside to the 47 or 48-yard line. They run a draw on us and got outside our end. Got a first down in our territory on the 48. Lebanon leads 7-0 with 2:59 to go in the first quarter. Lebanon leading.
Lebanon taking the lead.